Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Kelly. This is KBellaBeauty, and today I am going to be talking about the 18 products for 2018 that I want to hit pan on. This is a project pan video. I've seen it going around YouTube. There are a lot of different takes on the project pan, but I know I've seen several videos of YouTubers who decided in the beginning of the year that they were going to pick a certain amount of products that they wanted to use up throughout the year. And so I've come across a couple videos of people who did it in 2017. I'm not sure who originated this series, but I know that Project Pan has been kind of going around YouTube for a while. And if you're not familiar with Project Pan, what it is it's just when you pick some of your makeup products that you want to use up completely, or at least make a really big dent in. So I decided that I wanted to challenge myself this year to use up some of my makeup, to go through makeup, and to also kind of hit pan on some products that I know I won't be able to use up completely. Not all of these products are favorites, and not all of these products are products that I dislike. I chose them for my project pan for different reasons, and as I'm talking about each product, I'll let you know why I put it in this video and why I want to use it up in 2018. I'm also going to do quarterly updates, I believe. So this will be the introduction video where I share all of the products with you, and then I'll come back in March, in June, and in September, and I'll kind of give you updates and show you my progress and show you where I'm at. And then in December, we will close out this Project Pan series, and I will let you know what products I used up. So if you're interested in checking this video out, go ahead and keep on watching. Like I mentioned earlier, not all of these are favorites, but these aren't all products that I dislike either. I just kind of went through my makeup collection and picked out some products that were old, that are gonna go bad soon, or that I'm almost finished with, but I haven't reached for a lot lately. But I stayed away from products that I know I'm gonna use up. I don't have my MAC Fix Plus. I go through that like crazy. I don't have any of my brow products. I didn't wanna pick products that I knew I'd be able to use up. I didn't pick any mascaras. I've seen people putting mascaras in, but I kind of really stick to the 3-month rule, especially with mascara when it comes to your eyes. I don't want to put old products on my eyes, so there was really no sense in me adding a mascara to my project pan. And I also didn't include products like my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I only use one powder on my face, so it's not like Laura Mercier is competing with other brands. So let's just go ahead and jump in. I guess I'll start with some eyeshadow palettes. I do have 2 eyeshadow palettes. The first one being the Lorac Pro 2 palette. I do also have the Lorac Original, but I like the 2 better. And this is actually a palette that I really loved and enjoyed. This was a favorite for me for a really long time. You can see I've already hit pan on Nectar. I made a big dent in Snow and Buff. Light Brown has a dent. Rosé has a dent. I haven't reached too much on this side of the palette, these 8 over here, but I've definitely loved these shadows right here. However, as my makeup collection has grown, my Lorac Pro 2 has kind of been shoved in a drawer, and I find that I'm not really reaching for it that often, and it's a really great palette. So I wanted to add this in here just since it's one of my older palettes. I want to give it some love. I really enjoy this palette, so I thought this would be a good one to add in my project pan. The second eyeshadow palette that I want to focus on this year in 2018 is the Master Palette by Mario. This is in collab with Anastasia Beverly Hills and Makeup by Mario. He is Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. I also really love this palette. It was limited edition, and I think it's really beautiful, and I was super excited when I got it. However, again, the same thing that happened with the Lorac Pro 2. I got this palette, I used it for a little bit, another new palette out, I got that one, I used that one, another new palette came out, I got that one. So palettes have been really hard for me because every time a new palette comes out, I go and get it, and then I'm trying it out. And last year I really struggled with eczema on my eyelids, and I wasn't even able to wear a lot of eyeshadow around the time that I got this palette. So I haven't been able to show this palette as much love, and I really just want to dip back into it. So I decided that this palette, I'm gonna give it a go in 2018. I'm gonna try to hit pan. I don't really have dents in any of it, so we'll see how far I can get. I do have a couple foundations. One is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. I am in the shade 120. I don't really like stick foundations. I like this foundation enough. This is the foundation that I'm wearing today, and I think I forgot to mention I'm wearing most of these products today. So I have the Lorac Pro 2 on my eyes. I'm wearing the Ultra HD Stick Foundation. But the thing with stick foundations, I thought I was gonna love them because they're super convenient. Like, you literally paint on your face, blend it in, and you're good to go. But something about stick and cushion foundations, I feel like they just kind of make my pores stand out more. I don't know if like liquid foundations settle in my pores and that's why I don't see them as much, and cushion and stick foundations don't settle into my pores. I don't know what's happening, but every time I use a stick foundation or a cushion foundation, I feel like I can see my pores. They're accentuated, and so I don't love that about it. I also feel like sometimes this oxidizes a little bit on me or looks weird, and I mean, maybe I could have the wrong color, but I was shade matched at Sephora and everything, and this is my shade. So I like this foundation enough, but I find that I'm not really reaching for it, and I want to go ahead and take some time to really use this foundation this year in hopes that I can use it up completely. I won't repurchase it, but as you can see, I don't really have too much to go through. I think I've maybe gone through a fourth. I don't know if I've gone through a full half, but I think that I can finish this foundation this year, and I'd really like to do that and just get it out of my collection, but I don't think I'll be repurchasing it. If I do scroll it down all the way, I don't know if you can see, that's about how much I've used so far. So we'll see. I think I can get through this year, and that's my goal. My next foundation is a favorite. I'm pretty sure it was in my Best of Beauty 2017, my top 17 products. I'll link that here if you haven't seen it. But it is by IT Cosmetics, the CC Plus Cream. I am in the shade Light, I believe, and I really love this foundation. I feel like it gives me really good coverage. It has SPF. It looks beautiful on the skin. And you can see, I mean, I've gone through a good amount, but I've had it for probably 2 years. I think, well, maybe like a year and a half. I think I got this the summer of 2016 when I went to Europe. And so I've definitely shown it some love, but I just want to get through it. I want to put it in an empties bin. I think I can finish it. I don't have too much left, but I will be repurchasing this because I really do love this foundation. The next product is by Tarte. It is the Shape Tape Concealer. I feel like I'm probably the only person in the history of YouTube and the beauty world that doesn't like this concealer. I don't like the Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like it's very heavy, it's very thick underneath my eyes, and I'm 30, so I am starting to get some fine lines underneath my eyes, and this concealer just really settles into those lines. I never understand when I see people like painting it on. I don't understand how they blend it out because I literally do like 3 dots and it covers my whole under eye. So I got this, I want to say a little over a year ago. I'm not sure how much I've used because like I can't really see anything. And every time I pull the wand out, I still have a lot of product. So this has been a concealer that I haven't really reached for. So I decided I want to pull it out. I really want to use it sparingly because I don't want my under eyes to look gross, but I want to use it up and I want to get rid of it this year. I have a couple primers. One is a holy grail for me by Too Faced. It is the Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I love this stuff. I'm pretty sure this is my second, but it might even be my third. And you can see I've used a lot of it. I like that it has a pump. It has a nice squeeze tube so that you can get all of it out. This is a super, super hydrating primer. It doesn't leave me oily. And I love this primer, but I kind of have been neglecting it lately because I've been getting a lot of primers in my Play by Sephora's, and this year I really used a lot of illuminating primers. So I've had this for about a year, I think, and I haven't finished it. So I really need to finish it up. I think I can do that. I love this primer anyway, and I will repurchase it, but probably not immediately. I think I'll use up some of my other primers first. but this is definitely a holy grail primer for me. For my eyes, I have been using the Urban Decay Eden Primer Potion. This is the one that's kind of the same color as the Soft Ochre Paint Pot. It cancels out any redness on the lid, but I find that this is a little bit creamier than the paint pots. So originally, I was like a MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot girl, but then I was getting eczema on my eyelids and that was too thick and too heavy. So I switched it up to the Urban Decay Primer Potion and I haven't had any issues. But I mean, this is like a big tube. This is like a really big tube. And so I'm not really sure how much I have left. I mean, there's still product coming out when I use it. I don't know if the tube will deflate like these two are here. So I'll have to play with it and I'll have to check it out. This is the only eyeshadow primer that I use, but I just want to really focus on using it up because I'm actually interested in trying the Benefit, what's it called? The Air Patrol. I don't know. I want to try the Benefit eyeshadow primer because I've heard it's really good, but I want to use this one up first. I do have two bronzers. I have the Hoola by Benefit and then I have one by Makeup Geek, but I did want to still throw this in here. I do use the Hoola bronzer by Benefit every single day, but as you can see, I haven't really made a dent. I feel like there's so much product in these boxed blushes and bronzers by Benefit that it's kind of hard to like get in there and use it all up. So I don't know if I'll be able to hit pan this year. I use this every single day already and I haven't hit pan, but I'm gonna focus on it and I'm gonna see if by the end of the year we can see a little pan down there. Sticking with Benefit's boxed products, I have the Rocketeur blush. I believe this came out a couple years ago and everybody was raving about it on YouTube and for good reason. It's the blush that I'm wearing today and I really do like this blush. It's a pretty rosy color. It does not have any specks of glitter, but it does have a little bit of sheen and it used to say Rocketeur right there, but I've used it a lot so it's kind of rubbed out and I don't know if it's gone bad or not. I mean, it's a powder product. I've had it for a while. I'm gonna use it as long as I don't get any breakouts on my cheeks, but again, I feel like it's so hard to hit pan with these Benefit products and I've had it for a really long time. I would be interested in repurchasing this when I go through it all because it is a really pretty blush, but I've kind of been like on a MAC Melba blush train, so my Rocketeur has been pushed to the side, so I really wanna focus on this year, and by the end of the year, I'll probably have to pitch it whether I've hit pan or not. My next blush is by NARS. It is in the shade Lovejoy, and it looks like it has chunks of glitter in there, but these never show up on my face. It's almost like a nude color, but the gold glitter gives you like a little bit of a sheen, but I never had like chunky glitter on my face. So this is a blush that I really love, and I tend to go for it more in the winter time. I don't really know why, maybe because it's like a deeper color blush and it's not like a light pink, but sorry, I'm probably blinding you. But as you can see, I don't really have a dent at all in it, and I've used this blush a lot. But again, since I'm only reaching for it in the winter, it's kind of gotten shoved to the side. So I really am hoping to hit pan on Lovejoy by the end of the year. I only chose one highlighter, and it is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. These are her baked highlights. She's come out with several shades now. Mine, like I said, is in the shade Gilded Honey, which is like a champagne gold shade, and I've used it a lot. I don't really know if you can tell. I haven't hit pan, you can't see any pan, but I do really enjoy this highlighter. It's the highlighter that I'm wearing today. I like that if you use it without Fix Plus, it's more subtle, but if you hit it with some Fix Plus, you get this like really bright pop. But this isn't my favorite highlighter. It's not my go-to, and since my highlighter collection pretty much doubled in 2017, she kind of got thrown to the back burner, and I decided, let's pull her out, let's use her up. I've had her for a while, but this is probably not one that I would repurchase. It was beautiful and I did enjoy it, but I feel like highlighters are so hard to use up, and I have some other highlighters that I like more than this one. So I'm gonna see how much damage I can do, but she probably won't be a repurchase. Okay, so I have several lip products, and they're not the original products that I was going to use. I had a ton of MAC lipsticks, but as my lipstick collection has grown, my MAC lipsticks have kind of gotten pushed to the side, and so my goal was to bring several of my favorites out. I was going to bring Velvet Teddy and Honey Love and Cream Cup and Twig. I was going to bring some of those shades, and I was going to focus on them, but I think they've gone bad. They have a funky smell to them, and I don't want to wear them on the lips and have my lips get little funky bumps. I've had that happen before when I've used a MAC lipstick that's gone bad. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to throw those lipsticks away, but I did pull out 2 MAC lipsticks that I know aren't bad. And the first one is probably my favorite MAC lippy. It is in the shade Modesty, and it's a cream sheen. It's kind of like a Your Lips but better, like rosy mauve shade, and this is a really good everyday shade. This is actually my second one, which is why it looks like it hasn't really been used a lot. I used my first one until it was almost gone, and then it went bad, so I threw it out and I purchased another one. But then like liquid lipsticks became a big thing, and I haven't really been reaching for this. So I want to use this before it goes bad. I also want to use the Mariah Carey collection lipstick. I did get 2 of them, and I got them more as collector's items. The other one that I have is this one right here. This one is in Darling. It's a cream sheen. This one is very similar to like Creme de Nude, and I haven't used this one at all, and I probably won't. This one will probably just be like a collector's piece, but I have used McIzzle, which is also a cream sheen, and this reminds me of Cream Cup. I feel like it's probably Cream Cup with like a different name, so I want to use this one up. I don't mind if I mess up the butterfly here. I don't want this lipstick to go bad because I'm going to save the other one, so I'm going to use that up. 2 other lipsticks that I have. One is the NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Anna, which is what I'm wearing today. These, I have 2 of them, Anna and Anita. They're smaller, and they have really good pigment and really good lasting power, and I wore the heck out of them when I first got them. But again, I got into liquid lipsticks, and so this guy kind of got pushed to the side, and it kind of has like a weird texture now, so it might be bad and I might have to pitch it, but I'm gonna wear it and see if I get those little bumps, see if it irritates my lips, and if it does, then I'll have to throw it out and I'll replace it with a different lipstick. Otherwise, I'll keep you updated. I would really like to use this up by the end of the year. And I'm gonna throw one of my Tom Ford lipsticks in there. This is in the shade Pussycat. I got this last year for my birthday from my friend Smags. It's very similar to the shade Anna. It's like a nice purple mauve shade, and I really like the formula and I really like the lasting power, but I want to use this before it goes bad because they are really expensive. So I'm going to focus on this one. And I also have a liquid lipstick that I want to talk about as well. This is my very first Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick. This one is in the shade Candy K, and I tried not to shake it up because if you can see, it's down to here. I've used more than half of it already, but since this was my first one that I bought by itself, this is the oldest one, so I want to try and use it and get it out of my collection. I kind of have other Kylie shades that I like more now, but this was a favorite. This was an original, so I do want to use it up before it goes bad. I also have a lip liner. This is a MAC lip liner in the shade Whirl. This is my first MAC lip pencil. I use this for pretty much every single lipstick, so this will be something that I repurchase, but I've had it for a while and I really want to focus on using it, and I want to get it as small as I possibly can by the end of the year. The last product that I have to show you is actually a skincare item. It is a mask by GlamGlow, and it is the Gravity Mud Firming Treatment. This is the big jar. Usually when I buy GlamGlow masks, I get the smaller jar and it takes me like a year to go through that, but I don't want this to go bad. So I do want to focus on using this. I want to be really diligent. I want to try to put this on once a week. This is a firming treatment, so it's the one that turns your face silver and then you peel it off after 30 to 45 minutes. So I'm going to focus on using this, and I bet if I use it once a week, I can use it up by the end of the year. And that is it We have gotten through all of the products that I want to project pan this year in 2018. I think it's kind of cool to have a video that has like a long-term goal. I don't want to do monthly updates because I feel like that'll get boring, but I feel like if I do quarterly updates, come back, check in with you guys, we can kind of project pan together, and I feel like putting it out there on YouTube is also going to hold me more accountable because you guys will be kind of doing the same thing, doing project pans, checking in on me. I want to check in on you. So if you're a YouTuber and you are doing project pan, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to check out your video and help you be accountable and kind of see your progress on your project pan. If you're not a YouTuber but you're also doing a project pan or have products that you want to use up in 2018, let me know in the comments down below because I'd still like to know how you're doing, what products you want to use up, and what you think of them if you're going to repurchase them when they're all said and done. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do post twice a week, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 a.m. Both are CST, although I have some ideas in mind to maybe throw a third video in there every now and then. I'm going to start a Test It Out Tuesday series where I'm trying out new makeup products, and I've also kind of thought maybe every now and then I can throw a Flashback Friday. I don't know what I would do for Flashback Friday, but maybe I can throw something in there. Yeah, so I have a lot of fun stuff coming up in 2018 on my channel, and I would love for you to be a part of it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.